Hello there, welcome back. Sol here. Today I'm going to show you more Rifleman Smoke and Swarm attacks that I've done over the course of today. Some of those attacks were not boosted and some of them were. These are the stats of my troops without any boost. Therefore, if you want to figure out the amount of when they're boosted, just multiply those values by 2. All right, let's take a look at the first attack. I think I have like maybe 5 or 6 attacks that I did. All right, level 65. I don't think he had any eyes. No, he didn't. So again, here you're gonna see me clearing some of the most important targets for riflemen. Those are the splash damage. The idea is to park my troops right there on the shadow of that rocket launcher, and then let them swarm around, shocking these two shock launchers on the top, and then go from there. I'm gonna do a single smoke landing. I'm covering my troops as they land, and then cover them with critters. And that's gonna be a regular team on many of the contested landings. You see, I place the flags close to a defense, and then just do one smoke. If my troops get hit, I don't really care. Once they group enough, then I flare up to my final position. I may lose some troops due to the mines. Not a problem with riflemen. I mean, you're gonna have to. I have 208 riflemen here, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, so here you see I send a critter pack to this truck here on the top, the doom cannon, and then I shock, and then shock. I think somewhere here else. Let me do it in slow motion for a second. Now you see the mortars, they all fire initially. So now let me just bring it back to speed. So now I'm just in swarm mode. I reflare because I won the machine gun and the shock launchers out. Remember, I was not boosted here, so my amount of GBE was limited. That shock launcher on the left does get a shock out, but the other one doesn't. He goes down now, and then the HQ goes down shortly after. Pretty simple attack, not that difficult. And with the amount of troops that I lost, I want to say, let me see how many troops did I lose. With the amount of troops that I lose, which is 80 in this attack, divided over, it's about 10. So 10 minutes of reload time across the board, which is not really bad for this kind of attack unboosted. All right, let's take a look at this other attack. All right, so let's take a look at this second attack. And this one I lost 99, and again, I was not boosted. All right, let's see. This guy had any eyes? 5 statues and 5 statues. So this one didn't have eyes either. To be honest, I don't remember where I'm gonna go. I guess we'll figure it out together. I want to say I went to the left. To me, it makes more sense to go to the left because there's less mines. Yes, that's what I did. I remember now. I went to the left here. So I'm going to check with GBE those two critical buildings right there. And now I'm going to leave the other 2 because I'm going to swarm to them. So again, critter to distract. I wanted to destroy those mines. The critters went the opposite way. And and I smoke at the last second. That's gonna give me enough time for my troops to group up. And then I'm gonna flare next to the cannon. My troops can take 3 mines and not die. So at that point I just go ahead and start healing them up. Alright, so now I should be able to do this with 2 shocks. I wonder why I didn't show the other shock. Maybe I was out of GBE. I think that was it. I ran out of GBE. But here I'm in full swarm mode. I need to kill that mortar. That's why. Oh, I didn't kill it. Oh, I should have killed it before moving on. That's gonna be another shot that I'm gonna have to waste. In any case, there's plenty of GBE on the top, so maybe I end up using a barrage or maybe artillery. Yeah, that's what I did. So I ended up using artillery to kill it. So now one shot should cover that flamethrower and machine gun. Yep, and the mortar too. That was not a very smart idea of mine because what ended up happening is the hot part came out, killing the critters, and then the oversplash of the of the flamethrower actually hit my troops. So in any case, I chucked it out, and now it's just that one just went down really easily. I want to say this one I lost maybe 100 troops, but we'll figure it out now together. 99. So yeah. All right, let's look at this other attack. This one I lost a lot more troops than I wanted to, but at the end, a win is a win. Oh, and it makes sense. It had four ice statues. Again, the same sort of theory that I've been telling you about. Remember, there's a guide that I made. If you want to know more about it, the information is going to be on the upper corner on a link that just popped up. So you see me here taking down two of the buildings, and now I have to decide whether or not I'm going to take the upper one or the lower one. Well, the lower one made a lot more sense because there was a flamethrower right there, and I can make a bigger hole for my troops to land. Again, sort of the same strategy. This time there isn't anything that can hit my troops, so I wait till the last second and then smoke. I was sort of hoping that one rifleman would go ahead and activate or trip that mine like that. That way, they don't stay back for long. All right, so all my troops now are there. Now I should be able to shock the rocket launcher machine gun combination and shock launcher, and I should be peachy. I'm going to lose some significant number of troops due to the flamethrower. I made a mistake on not shocking it or just ignore it for too long. The new changes for the machine gun, actually, I like it a lot. That spinning, it's really awesome. Well, now you see me swarming on the top right or top left corner. I need to take that machine gun out, and then I flare to the corner, and then send the medkit. And from here, it's just to see if I can take it down. It was just a rush. I had no more GBE for sending artillery or barrages. And at that point, I knew I was going to take it down. So there were a couple things I could have done better. One of them was shocking that flamethrower, or maybe smoking the troops that went down to face the flamethrower. That way I wouldn't lost them. Or maybe have had my troops a little bit more on the upper left corner of that little hole that I made. Again, this attack was not boosted either. Alright, so in this one, I started the boost. You can see 70. On this one, I started having boost. I boosted all the masterpieces of health, GBE, and damage. So it becomes a little bit easier in terms of attacks. So in this one, it was just I was planning a plain HQ rush with Rifleman instead of doing a smoke and swarm. This was just a smoke rush. But again, the same sort of modus operandi. Essentially, distract the defenses of critters, let my troops land. And in this case, it wasn't very effective. All the mortars, the rocket launcher, the rocket launcher and the shock launcher were there looking at my troops, so it wasn't very effective. Luckily, his shock mines were not that upgraded, so they were only lasting, I want to say, 5 seconds each. So that allowed enough time for my troops to actually get in position. Target the HQ at the very last second because they're going to spread out. And here we go. HQ went down. Smoky rifleman attack. And this one I lost 81 troops again. Let's take a look at the second to last one that I have available for you. This one was almost another defeat, but Rifleman managed to pull through. So he had how much ice did he had? Oh, just two. He had only 2 ice touches right there. So now on this one, my plan was to and you're gonna see the mistake why I ended up losing so many troops. My plan was to go right there. So take that shock launcher out, take one of the rocket launchers out. But what ended up happening is I missed, and I didn't realize that the shock launcher that I'm barraging right now didn't die. Didn't die with the one artillery I ended up sending. I think at that moment my son was talking to me and I got distracted. I assumed he was dead. So then I landed my troops. Because I mean, it wasn't because I didn't have GBE, because I had plenty of GBE to work with. It was just that I was distracted. I'm distracted, and that caused me not realizing that shock launcher was in. Therefore, I didn't shock it. I didn't do anything to it. Luckily, the initial critter pack that I threw, distracted it, but that second shock was just terrible. That caught me with my pens essentially down. You see me, I essentially at that point sent a barrage and killed it. Luckily here, I was able to distract the flamethrower for long enough and heal my troops for long enough that I was able to get to the corner and then take that HQ there. So there were several mistakes that I did. One was missing that shock launcher, and the other one was ignoring that flamethrower here on the bottom that burned my troops to a certain crisp. In any case, HQ went down with major losses, but it still went down. Oh, sniper tower went upgraded. All right, let's take a look at this last one. Again, booster for this one, level 64. This one has a shield generator, and I don't remember what I did on this one, believe it or not. I want to say I went to but based on what I'm taking out, I want to say I went here to that corner, to this corner, and then swarm to the top here. There were a lot of mines protecting that shield generator, so going up there was not an option. Let me speed this up. Again, critters. Wait till the last second, smoke in, let my troops accumulate or group up. So I'm gonna go where that right there in between the shock launcher and the rocket launcher. I should be now in the shadow of the rocket launcher. So you see one shock for the machine guns, shock launcher, and now another one for the. God, did it too fast. Sorry, guys. And another one for the shock blaster. Alright, so I reflare because I need that shock blaster out. And then I reflare again, but my flare was too far back. And then my troops started diverging, so I needed to then flare to the core. And it's unfortunate that mortar had range on my troops, because that double hit was essentially killing my troops. The hit from here and the hit from the other side. In any case, I knew at this point the issue was going to go down, even though it was with major losses. And that's it. I mean, riflemen are really, really fun to use. You have to get out of the mentality that you don't want to lose troops. I mean, that's a tanker, a team player mentality. Um, if you get out of that mentality and you accept that you're gonna lose troops, there's a lot of troop combinations that you can work on that are actually pretty amazing and pretty good. So yeah, guys, that's essentially what I have for you guys for tonight. With respect to uh, smoking rifleman and swarming rifleman. I hope you like it. Please click that like button if you can, that subscribe button too, and check out the videos that I posted are going to be on the left side of the screen right now, where I show you how to do smoke and swarm and more smoky rifleman action on the bottom. All right, guys, take care.